Welcome back, everybody. We're live with the second match of the day. This one between QB Fire and Pompa. Thank you very much for joining us today. Happy to have you here. Obviously the BXQ coming in. Quick, held back towards Vance. And QB Fire can't really make the way into this B-bomb site while the smokes are still blooming. So now they have to make the way in. There are the smokes of the Ronin. They really turn this one on their head. They've got a lot of advantages here, even though they're in a 5 versus 5. Now the first headshots coming in. Neeks, rattling away at just one. These T's are falling to pieces. Straight behind the smoke, Marcus trying to find a headshot. There it is. Oh, Marcus! 2 bullets, 2 kills. Puts a triple on the board. And that's a beautiful pistol round. Pretty much doing it all single-handedly. Just look at this. He's down to 4 bullets here. Just swipes away at one, misses 1 shot, and that's it. A first round on the board. And Pompa, they've shown us some damn good Counter-Strike recently. If they can take out our #1 contenders here for Legend Series, QB Fire, that would be a huge stink here. Maybe they'd even take the #1 spot. QB Fire haven't been beaten in a single best of 2 as of yet. But this time, losing the pistol round, getting shut down towards the B-bomb site. Pair of headshots for Marcus, and a great start for the Poles. Look at them getting just absolutely crushed here. Quick, looking for these angles, but the Scouts not going to be much of a response. Only Boomich with the CZ75 left, and that's a quick triple. He's able to pick up a rifle as well. This could be a 1 versus 5 ace. Marcus, he's got the angle though. Boomich walked right into that. Don't know why he didn't just play towards Forklift. But Boomich, he's got 5 frags, despite not taking any rounds just yet. However, it's going to be a 0-2 start for the Pompa guys. This is that triple with the CZ75. Look at Boomich go. So much damage. Not finding the round, but nevertheless, still a performance. And oh, wow, we missed that round. That's just so fast. That might be the fastest round in Legend Series. We could replay it. I don't know. I guess we could replay the round. This is a round. Oh no, maybe not. It's okay. Oh no, this is the replay of the round. Look at this. Imagine if we miss the next round because we're showing you this round. This is some crazy stuff. Just look. Oh, it's a slaughter. Destro there. Only 4 frags. And thank God for that. We didn't miss another one. Just a slow approach. Hearts are beating. And it's Pompa taking the fast initial pushes. And Molotov not stretching even nearly far enough. Jimka going to be forced to be a little more passive, but now go towards Vents in on mid. Pompa don't spot the site, they can get taken down just like that. Hyper really not expecting the back angle from Shimka. And now they have to walk into the 3-man setup on the A-bomb site. QB Fire are letting these T's get awfully close. And Repo's straight over the top. Look at this. Look at the headshots there. And quick, loses his face. Gets shot straight upwards. Repo's making his way through, but Waterfall's involved. Both finding frags. The quad man launches himself out. And it's only Neeks left. 1 versus 3. Up versus 3. He's only got 30 seconds on the clock as well, with the bomb down in the middle of this A-bomb site. And Shimka going around from behind, just waiting for this. The up swing down Neeks. Misses that angle, and it is 1 versus 2, but with only 8 seconds left, this all said and done.
Counter-terrorists win.
So, 3-1 on the board. And Pompa finally with that 5 rifle setup once again. QB Fire finally getting on the board with a goodbye. 2 rounds in a row here. Of course, you're whittling down the opponent's economy as you do this. Repo hasn't even got a rifle. I thought he had that dropped in for the pickup. That's just how weak this T-sided economy is, even after just losing a single round. QB5 been in contention to win a lot of these, so making a lot of noise towards mid. Pompa not going to hear this one just yet. As, oh, I think he get hurt on that jump, but Neek's not going to fall back. Loses everything above the neck instead. Bulba funnels them out with a Molotov. This is just great play. You can hear the footsteps, and instead of taking a fair peek, you just toss the nade inwards, and it's an easy shot to find. Likely going to be QB fire. 2 rounds to the poles, 3. Taking the further shots outwards. It's 50 seconds on this clock, and Repo over on mid. Means he's going to just scope upwards. And Repo's looking for these angles with the AWP, wanting them in a 3 versus 5 here, and he has found a good angle through the smoke. So might have a good back angle onto Quick, but needs a headshot here. Quick not going to be taken out. It's Repo instead getting cornered in the back. Hyper missing that shot, and it means that Pompa are just going to spot them. Best throw does get taken down in that situation, and Bob right in the corner, just staying alive until the final moment, strikes and pounces with the headshot with the M4. 2 rounds on the board. Or first, and it's Waterfalls to hit that shot. The second, the follow-up. Waterfalls is just holding this angle strong through the smoke. Hits another, and Boomich is there to support. Bad Eagle does nothing, and 3-3 on the scoreboard. Right here, it's Waterfalls. Such damage. He actually spotted that 3rd man through the edge of that smoke. Barely getting any visual on him. Nevertheless, finding the shots. Shimka making his way in. It's Molotov dropped. And a headshot hit. That was without head armor there. So Neeks made into mincemeat. As Pompa looking for a play on this B-bomb site with Marcus up front. He is looking to leap through. With a Molotov drop towards the back of the site. Industria making his way through. The bomb is nowhere to be found. It's looking towards A, and Chimka files in from behind. Has that smoke placed as well, so it's a easy and safe peek to go for. And now he's just playing at the back of checkers. Pompa probably going to try and take mid-control and then look for the wrapping on the A-bomb site. Waterfalls here in the corner, just being shot at. Needs to take this aggressive engagement and does just that. Hyper gone, and a 4 versus 2. Once again, Pompa not coming out on top of these engagements. Like this angle as well from Bulb. Up an MBK, and nobody is funneling him out. A nice, fast final frag from Waterfalls, and it is 4-3 here on Cash. So Pompa stuck just with pistols once again, making their way into that B-bomb site. And it's Chimka to try and look to shut them down. Turns to the right, and he is going to mow them away. Waterfalls with a 3rd as well, helping him out. The CZ is going to chip in. Lots of damage done by Chimka, but Waterfalls up top, still roaming. There's a 3rd, burns alive. Marcus 5-3. What a shutdown here. I love the aggressive Molotov from Chinka there to allow him just to focus and funnel on one single angle. Waterfalls is there and perfect to chip in. Pompa have the double AWPs on the T side. This is commonly, I call it a desperation tactic. You don't put together a double AWP setup on the T side of Cash because you're feeling confident. You really don't do that. It's something that you can't really put into practice every round. It's a gimmick buy, and QB Fire should be able to break this one apart. With squeaky door open, Repo just lurking outwards. That AWP falling back. He scoped in and out a lot of times. And with Boomich up close and personal, he would have heard that scope and the backtrack. So Repo here, a crucial player to hold in, as he is waiting for this to come through. And Pompa with the triangulation of attack, looking to jump on towards mid. You've got Destro as well going for the rotation back to the A-bomb site, and Hyper going to find that initial headshot. Vic had a great angle, but he went a little too aggressive, and he gets found out by the Polish rifler. Hyper, one of the players without that AWP, might be wanting to grab hold of it now, as he is down to 34 HP. Double AWPs, of course, and looking to make them work on the A-bomb site. Boomich is right in the corner there. Waterfalls misses that flick, but he's got a couple more opportunities. Spots out the second man, and Waterfalls is raining havoc upon both bomb sites. Now focusing his attention, digging his teeth in towards A. Boomich getting aggressive as well, doesn't want to let any of these Pompa members save. Repo is in a world of trouble right now. They're pushing through the Molotov to try and find him. Oh, he's going to live. Saved through the AK-47. Most importantly, doesn't die after the time. When you do that, you lose all of that win bonus and loss bonus. In fact, this time it was loss bonus. They don't manage to put it on the board. And QB Fire do not eliminate one of those rifles. I'd like to see the two-pronged attack going with Freman through Squeaky Door as well. Even if you gift away a rifle, it's a good, valid, sufficient trade-off. Repo going to come off worse in that engagement. He loses 70. His bowl is still on 70. And he loses even more health in that engagement as the nade whizzes on through and clips him into 7 points of health. Four versus Strange, getting aggressive and going to be able to find that first man. They are trailing their way inwards. And Hyper from the side does get clipped by that nade, but is able to return onto mid. This might actually force QB Fire's approach to be slightly different. Bulb, who looked to be wanting to go towards the B-bomb site, now focusing on mid. He does catch Hyper in the back there, so another man down, and Pompa have to make it work with the man disadvantage on the B-bomb site. Bomb on Neeks is back, and Repo very low in this engagement. Took a lot of damage through Squeaky earlier. Shimka's only able to get one. Walker's still on this B-bomb site. Oh, hits a shot. Just Repo left. And these were the two players really duking it out earlier. Nice shot, and he's getting his bomb down right here, right now. Boomich finishes it. QB Fire are always in a place to trade. Boomich going for the flank through vents, knowing that he's going to be able to counter that back angle there. And he does find another shot. So lots of time on the clock. And it's the pistols waiting for this one. Xbox mollied early. Means that Pompa can't go for the initial boost up. Now delayed slightly until QB Fire are able to put together their mid approach. Now the rush is going to come through. They have 3 players towards mid, and Waterfalls is here for even more. Gets shot in the face by that CZ75. It's quick on the flank to be able to put one on the board. They are losing a lot of health to these pistols. Boomage down to only 20 HP. Quick on exactly the same amount of health. That bomb does actually manage to go down, so Shimka really has to do it all on his own. A couple of supporting flashes there. Pompa could certainly cause an upset and a stir here. 2 players on very low points of health. And Shimka on the flank. There's a headshot just hyper left. 1 versus 3. And he's actually going to eliminate Shimka. This makes it doable. Gets the reload in. He's going for the dodges and weaves. Both of these players low. And how's he going to hit it? They're going for separate angles. Quick's going to be able to put the quad kill on the board. Defuse inbound. And an 8th for QB Fire. That almost fell apart. Pause comes in. What are you going to talk about? What a round. What a round. Second to last map of the night, ladies and gents. We've got Inferno coming up next between these 2 teams. QB Fire and Pompa going to be facing on the Red Menace for the final matchup tonight. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. We've still got the rest of this map to finish off. As the unpause comes in, that was a quick 40-50 second attack. Pompa maybe just needed a little bit of time to regain a little bit of focus. You're playing against a major quarterfinalist, the most recent major, of course. They'll be at the next major, the Face It major in September. Be expecting them to prep very hard for that one. And teams to maybe even anti-strat them. QB Fire made a miracle run to the quarterfinals, beating some of the best teams in the world. In both the minor, qualifier, and major. Before eventually falling to Na'Vi in the quarterfinal matchup here today. They're not against Na'Vi, they're against another yellow logoed menace from Eastern Europe. It is Team Pompa. They're about to go into the B bomb site. So only Shimka over here, and he has to just wait in the back here. There are no Molotovs sailing into his position. There's an initial shot. He hits the headshot, and there's a follow-up Molotov. Doesn't know that there aren't many players engaging and re-aggressing onto his angle. Neeks his angle spotted out. Takes that tight angle. That's perfect. And gives QB Fire the man advantage here. There's the nade trailing on in. Little tag onto Repo as Marcus lies up top, lies in wait. First shot on the board. Repo does swing out aggressive. The second man gets taken out as well. Shimka finishes them off. A triple kill there. And a great retake for QB Fire. Playing every single engagement perfectly there. These pair of headshots so fast, especially that secondly onto the AWP. Marcus up top. Look to do some damage. But doesn't manage to put it up. Remember that nobody's even taken a single map off of the Russians just yet. What's Repo doing? Look at that. A baity little crosshair. He's baiting the chat to say that. He's baiting them, boys and girls. Pop flash in, but the door opens just in time. Oh, it doesn't work out at all for Team Pompa. They lose 2 players. Oh, but the chip-in comes back through. Destro finds 2. Here comes the smokes, and now the bomb has to be planted. Planted outside of the bomb site as well. Could get sprayed from this angle, but Waterfalls and Shimka trying to make their way in. Here comes the retake. It's a 3 versus 2 here as Waterfalls and Shimka just looking to tag back inwards and make this double digits. Waterfalls tosses in that initial Molotov, tries to force a man out of position. Instead, it's Main to peek, and he almost gets caught off guard there. He's down to fairly low HP. There's the perfect flash in once again, as it's just Shimka left. Repo's played this perfectly and gets the follow-up spray down. So another round, this time for the Poles. And this is that flash. Look, all 3 of them tagged up. This was actually forced to fall back out of this. But the return, it's absolutely perfect. Repo waiting for this angle. Waterfall picked one up in the meantime. Boomich drops. And look at Kvik getting aggressive. He hasn't even been spotted out just yet. He took a little attack of damage from the nade. He's on 89 HP and still wanting to get aggro into this one. Hyper misses his marker, has a knife out in that situation. And what isn't a hot spot on this map, but certainly a danger point. Neek's able to find one in the meantime. QB4, of course, 2 frags away from double digits. 2 frags away from 2 digits. 2-digit rounds. 2 fingers. Which would be something else entirely. Marquis, 4. He does get taken out from the back angle. There's Kvik putting another one on the board. And this has been a great CT side for QB Fire right now. They have a game plan going into every single round. It's either boosting into vents, going aggressive down mid, flashing into vents. Talking of flashes, they've been perfect with them, especially on the retakes. When they spot out a man, get a little bit of information. They have a pop flash always on the ready. We've seen it 2 times now. It's helped them win a duo of rounds. And there's another one of the tactics really coming to fruition. Shimka going aggressive towards B. Oh, almost a triple spray down. Neeks needs to take a sigh of relief as he finally manages to eliminate him, but maybe Shimka's already done enough. Repo's just trying to progress through the smoke. Nice pop flash afterwards. Big spray down as Kvik is able to pick up the pieces, and Waterfall finishes off the job. So an 11-round CT side for the CIS Giants. Second half here. It's the pistol. Lots of damage done onto Repo right there. 11-4 up, and Pompa, and especially Hyper finding those headshots, lining them up. Actually gets tagged down, so Waterfalls is going to collapse in, but Hyper, what a quad kill there. Boomich is actually spotted out on towards mid, so Hyper, he's almost certainly done enough. Boomich just stuck here, and that's an ace for Hyper. The second ace we've seen today, but completely catching me off guard. Those kills were just so fast. Look at him here, rattling them away. And he gets wrapped in here. There's the dink, but still manages to find 2 extra frags. Waterfall's walking straight into the ammunition. Neeks not finishing off Boomich, but certainly chasing him away into a big pit of fire. Big pit of sharks and fire. That's taken out. good preliminary nades from Pompa as they do damage onto Kvik and Jimka. B-bomb site do have these two CTs playing firmly onto. And with a minute 10 left, they are backing off towards mid and towards the A bomb site. Yeah, straight through towards main. So Hyper with the M4 has to hold it all down on his own. His nearest assistance is Repo, and he's in Z. So still a very long way away. He's about to get the info. He misses all these shots. That was a huge advantage he had. He was able to shoot out, I think, 25 bullets. And now Repo has to do the heavy lifting. 3 frags. And that is... well, bench pressing 200 pounds there. Just phenomenal stuff. Boomich and Kvik remaining. And Neeks has this angle. That should be an easy peasy lemon squeezy hold. But they leave Boomich an opportunity with a deagle. Shut down finally by Marcus's UMP. So, good round. Just look at all these bullets missed. It's down to, yeah, literally 25 bullets wasted right into the walls. Just painting the floors there with ammunition. What a waste. And 11-6 on the board. It's triple M4 and double MP9. Good setup against Glocks, but what isn't a good setup against Glocks? You're playing... fairly convincing start to this second half. And remember, we've got another map coming up after this, Inferno, between these two teams. Kvik held out. Oh, it's so short. Look at this. I've never seen somebody just try and jump up from behind red before. Nevertheless, the shots are good. And Hyper from up top, able to rattle it off. Just the MP9 to try and close this down. That's both frags. Oh, both the MP9s finding kills, so that's extra money in your pocket. Repo's up to $7,300. I'd like to see them ditch these SMGs now. Neeks, the only player keeping the MP9. He could just pick up an M4. A lot of the time you see that this is the weak point in the defense. I'd like to see Neeks in a spot where they're not reliant on him. However, with QB5 going for this set approach, they're pretty reliant on every single angle right now. And he's playing backwards on the B bomb site all alone. If this had been a B rush, then Pompa practically only have the one man back here. That's Marcus. And you know how good QB5's trading is. The boost over. Waterfall's going to be the first man in towards mid. Boomich, the second man into mid. So as this scoreline is closing up, Pompa certainly putting up a fight. I'm actually impressed. Taking so many rounds against QB5 so far. But to be a really impressive side, you've got to take a map here. It has to be either Cash or Inferno, of course. And QB5, if they finish this off 16-7, then nothing really impressive. If Pompa can get up to the high double digits, can get up to 12 plus, that's definitely an impressive scoreline. But QB5's T side is where we've seen a lot of their success. And they're playing this game like they would any other team. That's something that makes QB Fire such a good professional team, is they play every single game like it's their last. Of course, they sometimes get outgunned when they're playing against tier 1 opposition, but certainly not right now. Shimka cleaning them up. And there's the AWP pickup as well. $4,200, and those are just fast shots. He's obviously feeling crisp and on point. And he eliminates a sniper rifle, picks it up, and here's the M4 gone as well. So dropping $10,000 plus worth of utility, weaponry, just there. And The Molotovs are actually funneling in. Neeks loses his head. It's Shimka again to open up towards the B-bomb site this time. Tries to go for that AWP, wants to double up setup apparently. Or maybe just wants to get that AWP the hell out of there. Yeah, he's going to throw it over the fence and get back, retrieve his AK-47. I love this from Shimka. Limiting exactly what Pompa can do. And you'll see that come to play very significantly at the end of this round if Pompa are able to take this back, especially if it's a B push. Or if they save, you'll see them probably try and scramble for the AWP and then see it outside the map, and it'll be a Titanic moment. Destro playing up close to A. Repo on mid, and I don't know if he heard anybody there, but now the calls are finally coming through. Repo going to be fast on the rotate, but Destro in the meantime going to be going down, hyper chased away by the flurry of nades, flashes, all the trimmings. Great double peek from QB Fire, and this is likely going to be a 13th round on the board. The money's not looking good on Pompa either. They need to save this UMP, not a great weapon for it. I think he'll go probably back to try and find the AWP. Needless to say, he's not going to be able to retrieve it this round. I don't even know if that's on his mind right now. 21st round. Pompa going for literally $700 investment around the AK-47. Rappo's getting aggressive here, looking to just KZ his way through this one apparently, and tries for the one tap, but going to miss Waterfall's face by about a tenth of an inch. Just no space at all. And QB Fire, maybe, despite knowing that the AK-47's towards this B bomb site, wants a piece of this action. They're going to make their way into this one right here, right now. The shots coming through. Repo only finds one. This is not enough. Now the Deagle has to go massive. And that's over on the A bomb site. So it's so far away. And now finally rotates its way in. QB Fire does not need to go for B in this situation. They should just rotate fast on it to A. But we're looking at this from a spectator's perspective. It looks easy, looks simple. Looks obvious to us. However, for QB Fire, they're obviously reading this situation with absolute pinpoint precision. Hyper, the only defending factor here on A. And Destro maybe looking to rotate his way back to this site. The AK's over here as well, so maybe the B-bomb site's correct after all. There's no defense here. They can hear the man towards mid, and this is a fake that it is the A bomb site. The flash comes through as well. QB Fire doing a perfect job of holding Pompa towards this side of the map. And it's a free round. They've averted all danger. AK-47, not going to be a threat. The Deagle as well, a potential hazard. Not going to walk into that trip mine. 14 rounds on the board. An easy one, all things considered, for the major quarterfinalists, and they're on the home stretch here on Cash. I'm a big fan of them saving the AK-47 here. They really need some sort of rifle to work through into the next round. But QB Fire with 4 rifles of their own, a perfect buy, a perfect setup. Just trying to close this game off right here and right now. Waterfalls, fast peek. Shimka's going to hit one as well in the meantime. QB Fire wrecking mid. Just opening it up like a can of beans, like a can of worms. Boomich finds another headshot, and this one might all be over. Notice the Nexus down there as well. Spots the man out, and it's another headshot, just hyper left. This is going to be map point for QB Fire. Hyper needs a 1 versus 5 to prevent this from happening. Never going to happen, not in a million years. You got the repeat there, the retake, and 15-7 Pompa just with an impossible road back. Going to be able to get out a couple of rifles as a last-ditch attempt here on Cash, but I don't think it's going to happen. QB Fire have looked just so convincing. Pompa had some success on the T side, but as soon as we flip that scoreboard and QB Fire are in the driving seat on this T side of things, it all starts to fall to pieces. And now Pompa, what can they put on the board? Oh, a 1D, perhaps. Destro is going to be able to find one. There's the retaliation from Boomich. These final 3 players stand between QB Fire and a first map win here, and they have already had a flawless record here in Legend Zero, so surely Pompa needs to take at least 1 map off of the Russian powerhouse. I'm not absolutely sure it's going to happen, but there's the lineup. They need 8 in a row to force out overtime here, and Neek's trying his best to claw back at this one. We might not be going at overtime or Inferno too soon after all. Waterfall's just looking for this bomb. He's waiting for the push from Connector. He's not actually looking inwards either, so he's up close and personal to Neeks. Oh, there's the headshot. Taps and a triple kill. 7 away now for Team Pompa. Nades in mid, and Pompa going for a pretty heavily A-orientated setup. They've got 3 players towards this side of things. Have found the opening frag onto Waterfalls as well. He's maybe one of the most reputable AWPers in the CIS region as of now. He's been over in Russia, AWPing faces and bodies since, well, quite a few years at this point. Some very notable wins under his belt, being somewhat of that spokesperson for the QB Fire side as well. I know that when we went to Boston, he was the main man talking to the reporters, doing the interviews, doing the press conferences. He is maybe one of the faces of the team. The other face of the team being Boomich, of course. He has certainly been kind of a face, almost a meme as well at some points. But now, going to rotate his way in. Another headshot. Now 2 versus 4 for Pompa to stay alive in this series. Shimka just waiting and watching for somebody to lurk the way through vents. Don't think that's going to happen. Both players coming from CT, Spawn, Repo, Destro. What can you do? Can you make this happen? Can you keep your team alive just one more time? Repo certainly seems to think the answer is yes. So he does find 2 kills, now 1 versus 1. Just Shimka left. He's down under 50 points of health as well. So Destro on this bomb site taps away at that bomb. Oh, lovely quick peek from Shimka. And he is just going to bait him out here. Tries to go for the shot, stays alive as well. He is betting so much time off this clock. Another peek comes in, and Shimka just absolutely toying with him right now, not falling for any of these peeks. It's game over. Shimka even finds a shot, rubbing salt in the wound, pouring it in. A load of sodium chloride there, and a 16-8 scoreline to finish off our first map of this first place versus #1 challenger bout, with Inferno coming up next. It's set to be a great map. Maybe Pompa can do even better in that match. We'll see you in about 5 to 10 minutes for this final map of the day. See you in just a moment.
Want to win great gaming gear? Our partner Lioncast allows us to present you a monthly giveaway with the latest hardware for a total worth of 240 euros. The Lioncast LX50 gaming headset, the Lioncast LK300 RGB gaming keyboard, the Lioncast LM20 gaming mouse, and a Lioncast MB10 mouse bungee. Visit our Facebook page and click on Lioncast Giveaway on the left side of the page, or visit our Gleam giveaway page by clicking on the link shown in the Twitch chat. Best of luck to win the latest gaming gear by Lioncast.
I mean, we were just sitting back, you know, chopping it up, reminiscing about the good old days and all that. You know, tracking my roots, where I came from and where I'm going. But like I say, man, always said it. It's not about the destination. It's all about the journey. It's all about the journey, baby. Ain't nothing changed but the weather. The dangling carrot that hang from the rear view. Your dreams in the past ain't nowhere near you. Backseat drivers got nothing but 2 cents. Shotgun riders too biased, they all liars. I should get an A for effort, I'm too tired. But I'm never giving up, that's why I'm kinda admired. Role model, like it or not, I gotta play it. Sugarcoat the rhyme sometimes, but still say it. Said I was quitting at 40 is just a fib. I'm still a kid that's wiping the food off of my bib. You ever wanted something so bad that you could taste it? Cried over every opportunity wasted. Good and bad news, which one you want first? Either way you pick, the bad still gon' hurt you the worst. I never got to bask in the fruits of the labor, and I never got the cash from that dude from the label. I'm just thinking back. Can we go way back, way back, way back? Can we go way back, way back, way back? It's time to go way back, way back, way back, way back. You see, in retrospect, I would've did it the same. In hindsight, I'm the only one to blame. I ain't picky, I'm just real specific. I want nothing less than terrific. I know y'all get it. I'm aggressive, so our style is clashing. Killer instinct, and I play with passion. I'd rather be hated for being one of the realest than get a lot of love for these overrated appearances. I can stand on skill alone, but I'm a package deal. I can write the whole song and rap for real. I got my head in the cloud with a pun intended. I don't need to see nobody, I don't want no visits. Introverted, I just flirt with the music. Small circles, how I choose it. Stay away from squares, they the one that look like a L7. I've been doing this since I was 11, and the shit gets real. Can we go way back? Way back, way back. Can we go way back? Way back, way back. It's time to go way back, way back, way back, way back. Pure pandemonium when I'm in the building. Grown man flow, I ain't got time for the children. Now you can boo me, jump off, I'm winning. I still love you though, shout out to the women. Wash, you was cool, they was acting wild. Walk in, leave drunk, it was packed for aisle. Belligerent students, man, the shit got messy. Remind me of my first show I did at the Red Sea. I ain't had no DJ, just the tape deck. Opened up for Son of Star Child, I love that. Met this cat named Larry, he was with the Avengers. Showed me how to make moves and walk with the winners. Soon went to the pen, I never seen him again. But I did a couple shows with his friends. Lumberjack, brown clown, so-and-so, and do with the orange pants. 10 years later, now I'm rocking the orange pants. But they jabos though, you know, fresh to death, always and forever. Don't get it twisted, #1 listed, Nitro, with the nice flow, you know, it is. Take a picture, baby, it'll last longer. All in your mouth, yeah. In retrospect, I'm just thinking back to the time when it was all good. The golden era.
I've been drinking or driving while texting and speeding. I swear that I ain't going home. You hold my phone and won't leave me alone. I'm blank sleep, blank coke and Patron. I've been hiding my soul, no eyes on my skull. I'm high as your hopes and inviting your hoes. I hold the control. All this coke and Patron, I'm on coke and Patron. Coke and Patron, coke and Patron, coke and Patron, coke and Patron, coke and Patron. I've been drinking on driving while texting and speeding. I swear that I ain't going home. If you hold my phone and won't leave me alone, I'm like Steve, I'm like coke and Patron. I'm on that coke and Patron, 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 coke and Patron. I've been drinking on driving while texting and speeding. I swear that I ain't going home. If you hold my phone and won't leave me alone, I'm like Steve, I'm like coke and Patron. I'm on that coke and Patron, 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 coke and Patron. I've been hiding my soul, no eyes on my scope. I'm hiding your hopes and inviting your hoes. I hold the control. All this gold and Patron, I'm hiding my soul, no eyes on my scope. I'm hiding your hopes and inviting your hoes. I hold the control. All this gold and Patron, feel like I go pom, curse my cologne. I just opened the zone, smoking the low, so till it's gone. Oh girl on my phone won't leave me alone. She say I treated her wrong. See, I don't believe it at all. I don't trust her soul, outside of my own. I'm out of control, ain't bad all these loans. Time to get back on the road. See, this is stats getting sold. I'm scratching them off, just like the jackpot I'm on. Y'all touch on back on the wall. I made a bet with the Lord. Wouldn't trade no racks for my soul. I can't move backwards for y'all. Ruger on me for the niggas who after the boys shit finna come blast me or no. My niggas asking for war. What kind of action you on? When my killers at your front door. What are you actually on? When we come with stress of our swords. Reminiscing playing basketball at the course for the gas. Now we trap horse board. Dick at your bows in the jersey with forces of Jordans was actually on. Nike and Reebok the glasses was on. Now Gucci and Louis be on. Polo and Troy be on. I'm on in the jewelry be on. I like a movie be on. I'm on that coke and Patron, 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 coke and Patron. I've been drinking, I'm driving while texting and speeding. I swear that I ain't going home. If you over my phone, they won't leave me alone. I'm playing Zima, playing Coke and Patron. I'm on that Coke and Patron, 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 Coke and Patron. I've been hiding my soul, no eyes on my scope. I'm hiding your hopes and inviting your hoes. I hold the control. All this Coke and Patron, I'm on Coke and Patron. Only 10 in the morning, I might fuck around and drink all of this shit. Smoking ozone with codeine inside of my swisher to compliment all of my hits. EBG waking up early in the morning, I push off the whip and get on with this shit. Shit that I wake got that bitches on set and I swear we gon' fuck all of my hits. Ball with the wall off the wall till I fall off $1 million, 1 million, we all getting rich. I'm on so much of this Coke and Patron, my blood alcohol content give all the suspense. Possibly leaning on promethazine in the moment while smoking the black in this bitch. Roll up the rest of the nuggets so blinded I just got a package, no bag in this shit. Just up the bus like a whole bunch of cars on the road, what that mean I was traffic and shit. Next year I'm moving my talents to Cali, I swear that I ain't looking back at this shit. I need to focus on forward, God trying to open the door. My life was bogus before, ain't no one trying to support. Promising fuck them before, so I keep a pistol inside of my pocket.
Hello and welcome back everybody to Legend Series. I'm Squid CS and you're joining me for the fourth and final map of the day. QB Fire, they're on a roll so far and we're in the 9th round of Inferno in the next couple of seconds. Very excited to be here. QB Fire have not lost a single map here at Legend Series, so this is a real test, a determining factor whether they are going to go. Are they going to go completely unbeaten? I don't think they can do that. Is that possible? I'm not even sure. So, here in the pistol, looks like QB5 going to be starting on that CT side. Looks like Pompa on that T side. Try and get that little counter-terrorist thing up top fixed for your viewing pleasure. Thanks very much for joining me today. We got a couple of 100 people here watching our event here today. So, Sminesy 10 caster. Maybe that's nice. Maybe he's being nice to me. I'm not sure. What else is being said? Not sure. Either way, QB Fire not winning these engagements early on. Pompa have salvaged control of this B-bomb site. Now the USPs have to chip in, and they do exactly that. Waterfalls and Bulb both finding shots. Hyper onto short. Now he needs to hit the headshot, and he does just that. Now 1 versus 3. They've got the kit as well. The diffuser's already happening. This is a done deal. He can't find the shots, and Bulb finishes him off. So just a beautiful first round for QB Fire there. They pick up from where they left off in the second map here today. So Inferno, once again, being that map played, was the first. It's also here the last. Interesting stuff. History repeats itself, folks. So, just the pistols for this T side. It's a good start for QB Fire, and QB Fire are a very, very interesting team. You look at them, their CT setups often very, very good, and their aggression is pretty well timed as well. Once again, it's the Modown, this time with the MP7. Waterfalls finding shots. Triplet of them, in fact. And Neek's last alive. He's got that P250 up towards Apps, and he's finished off by Shimka. Shimka just went with that USPS and Kevlar, wanting as much money as possible to get out an early AWP, knowing that because Pompa got the bomb down in the previous round, that they're going to be going for an early buy-up, so he wants the early AWP. It's a nice strat, and it's especially effective against a lesser opposition, where they're probably not going to eco you. And now he gets out the AWP and he's sending it towards this B-bomb site, going right over the top, over this smoke, over the little gap in the wall, and looking onto Banana. You can see the Pompa aren't really watching for this right now, but Shimka, does find a shot anyway. Pompa getting shut down there on Banana. Now have to be very wary of this side of the map. Is Shimka playing towards the back of the B site, and Kvik holding just lower of the flower pot boost. enough. So the A setup about to come to fruition. It's all about finding these opening shots, and Boomic gets his legs shot out from underneath him. That's trying to find these frags, and there's a secondary. Both frags for Neeks there. 3 versus 3, need to dig this man out of pit. Bob's only got the MP7, so needs to be very careful. He's trying to shoot left and right. There's the first. Trying to take the trades onto the A bombs. Oh, the nade, it's perfect! Lands just south of Narcus. And that's him down to 27 HP, trying to go for these trades. He is dodging and weaving and trying to do the damage onto Neeks especially. And Neeks isn't able to hit these shots. He's out with the pistol now, but Marcus finds both. It's QB fire crushed. And a first round for Pompa. Of course, he's players here looking for as many wins as possible in the Legend Series. A double header. It's not really. It's not 2 best of 1s. It is a best of 2. You ban just like you would a best of 2. It's not like a best of 3 where you'd ban only 1 before picking. It's not like a best of 1 where you both ban 3 maps. It's just like the BO2 standalone format. But Pompa starting to look okay on this T side. Remember that Pompa had a pretty good T side on Cash. Just happened that QV5 had a better T side on Cash. So we're on Inferno. Going to be a 2-2 scoreline with Bob and Boomic falling back and playing away towards the other side of this map. Trying to save these 2 rifles here, and I think they're going to be able to. See that the hunt came out pretty early here from Team Pompa, and they are closing in on this position. Looking good. So, another dawn, another round. And 2-2 being the scoreline. Pompa do look good so far, and about to take this push up mid. Waterfalls being the first man on the attack, saved AWP and putting it to good work right on the offset. That's Repo eliminated. And being ahead of man early is so important, especially when you're already down a couple with a few of your teammates stuck on pistols. So 2-2 on the scoreboard. And it's the 4 lots of rifles looking to try and do the damage on this Pompa side. You've got 4 Ts alive here. And they've been pretty convincing as of late, but Boomic, all the way in the corner, is actually going to hit a headshot on his way out. Hitting those bullets so fast. And Neeks cutting 2 apart. One with the AWP, one with the Molotov. Thick enough to chip back in. Shimka last alive. And it's all said and done. It's all down to damage for him. I don't think that that's necessarily going to happen. So, Shimka falling back. Going for the M4A1S, in fact. That's what he said. I speak chicken, by the way. I eat so much chicken that I can communicate with them. I'm the chicken whisperer. Squid CS. I think that favourite meat is a squid, but it isn't. It's the clucking chicken. And yes, I did say clucking. 1 minute 45 on the board. Of course, the start of this 6th round with Neeks finding the early damage onto QB fire. It's Waterfalls dropping. And now the Russians, they are going to maybe severely struggle here. Pompa have looked good on the T side of both maps so far, however. Right now they are leading. And this is quite a T-sided map as well, so it shouldn't matter too much. Side angle and a big triple spray down. Pistols out! And Shimka finishes all 4. QB Fire bought a lifeline off the back of that great rifling and pistol combination. So another round on the board here. Just look at this. The Molotov and the smoke starts to dissipate and he just tries to trade it in with the pistol. Nice doming on that 4th man as well to level up that scoreline. Going on to Banana again. Going to be greeted by the Molotovs and the nades as well. Neither connecting. Means that QB5 just wasted a lot of utility towards the bottom of Banana. But it doesn't matter too much. Shots come in. Marcus last alive. Nice one tap, but has to go back and has to save for quite a while. Yeah, there's another headshot. Just flurrying out his shots. Pistols for Pompa, and it's down Banana for them, as they are going to take this approach, and the headshot there, Vic, unable to fall back, Shimka instead who has to clean up, but Waterfalls does manage to finish off the job. Nice triple kill from Shimka there, it was a nice defense, but losing 2 players in that effort, exactly what Pompa needs. So just doing a little bit of damage to QB Fire, making sure that they don't run away with the economy. And nevertheless, managing to hit a couple of these shots. So, 1 minute. It took to win that previous round. And Bob gonna hit that first headshot right in the opening moments of this 9th. You've got 4 AK-47, so you don't necessarily want to be going incredibly aggressive, but Boomich has a perfect angle here. It just happens to be whenever he wants to pounce. Waterfalls is watching and waiting with that AWP. As the smoke gets placed, it's going to be the follow-up Molotov. Boomich, he has that side angle. He's right behind them as well. Look how far this flank is receding behind them. He might actually be caught all out of the opening. They might be looking behind there by the time he makes this flank in. They might think it's a B flank. So he is so far out of the action. Boomich massively misplayed this. He was inches from destroying this round, but instead Pompa find the gap. Bit of lucky timing. And now he makes his way into apps as Hyper finds one more as that side angle hit by Boomich, but that gives away his flank and he only found 1 frag for it. They find themselves in a standard 2 versus 2. So Pompa just looking good here. It is going to be a 4th round on the board. And Boomic, I think he might have even given some false information. Jimgo got caught off by the guy in X. When you've got your teammate up in a very advanced angle, I like the Molotov. That actually forces them out of this angle. Both T's are going to die. Perfect. It's like the Dosia Maiden. He actually survives and picks up an AWP. That's some wonderful stuff. Boomic, going to be picking up a rifle. In fact, dropping up that rifle and picking up another one. I think they had triple AWPs there, but maybe dropping one to go for the double AWP setup. Quick and Waterfall keeping the AWPs. And keeping one towards this B-bomb site, watching down. Rappo's going to be able to put a burst on the board. This flank did work out, but Boomic not being able to put multiple frags on the board for a second round in a row means it's a 3 versus 3, and Chimka's right behind the action. Only one for him, and this 2 versus 2 should work out for Pompa once again. They have no nades to go for that cross, so maybe even have to go back towards A. It might even be safer than crossing here. Waterfall's watching this angle. And he swings into it. There's the bomb drop. This round gets crumpled up, and Destro picks up the smoke, and it's back to B for Destro. Bowl picking up an M4. He's going to just nade it straight on, and that means that Destro wants no piece of this B-bomb site. He knows that they're the final players towards that angle. He instead wants to go back towards A. Destro should be able to find this one as well. Bulb making a thunder of footsteps here. Destro's got the headshot angle, and there it is. A one tap, just controlling the spray right onto his face, killing the chicken as well. Merciless stuff from Destro. Oh, the headshot onto Waterfalls there. He had the only premium weapon on this QB Fire side, and now they have to go for a 2-on-2 setup with the second man on B rotating through to make this a 3-1 setup. The AWP picked up for Boomic. Maybe he wants to go back to B and set up towards a curly letter. But Pompa are about to make their approach known onto the A bomb site. As we approach the second third of this first half, the AWP is going to land at least one headshot onto B. Now the A approach, it's about to hit. Only 2 players over here to hold it back, and neither's that AWP. Both with Kevlar, and now Bulb right up in cover. Vic has to bring bait for him here, and there it is. The MP9 coming through and actually hitting a shot. The second, the follow-up, the Eagle's out, and Vic finally goes down. Just Boomic and Shimka left as they wrap in. But this 2 versus 2 should be Pompa's once more to take the lead 6-5. Otherwise, it will be QB Fire in the lead. Boomic levels this back to a 1 versus 1. Hitting these shots, and Shimka finishes it off. It's QB Fire still on winning ways. The defuse comes through. Switch out to the CC75, wanting that favourable pistol. And we find ourselves with QB Fire taking the lead. We saw how good their T-side was earlier. This was that MP9 play, tapping away at that second man from up top. Good damage. And it felt like it might have been a highlight reel as soon as he got that deagle in his hands. Marcus, aggressive opening pick again. Pompa have been winning a lot of these first duels, first picks Earlier on Inferno, we saw a 10-0 start against Playing Ducks, the underdog there, but Pompa standing up fairly tall against the favourites. Boomich forced back, and it's actually the Tech 9 into Banana, a weapon that we barely ever see. It's fairly terrible. Shimka finds one headshot. It's been a while since I even heard the sound for the Tech 9. Just fire a couple more times. I want to hear it again, just for the nostalgia. Come on, Repo. That's what I want. Come on, boy. Waterfalls hits a shot, and he's straight out. Oh, goes B-hopping through for the second. But Hyper's able to take that corner, and he's through to Arch. With Quick finding fast frags on the B-bomb site, but Waterfalls to be found. Hyper picking up that AWP. Oh, and putting it to good use as well. There's the second shot. The Tech 9, a flying pistol. To put another frag on the board. Pompa trying to wrap this one in again. Repo's looking up behind. Vic making his way in. And just looking at both of these angles, scanning it out. And the Tech 9 hits the double kill. So picks up that AK-47. .45 HP on Shimka. I like that Pompa are just keeping that pressure applied. Pressure applied to the wound. Stops it from hurting. But this one stings just as bad. Triple CZ75. The Deagles as well for reinforcement. Shimka's just swiveling around with that Deagle. It's both Deags on B. Triple CZ on A. That flower pot boost not being put into use by QB Fire. Maybe we're about to see them concede their first map here at Legend Series. And what a team to do it. Wouldn't it be fitting for the 1 and 2 teams to split maps? Remember, both favoured to make their spot in the Legend Series offline finals. Be taking place later on this year. The top 2 teams coming to the $25,000 Legends Cup. Neeks and Marcus final frags. 7 rounds on the board for Pompa. This has been a great half. We've seen a lot of very T-sided Inferno as of late, especially in the Go Case Challenge tournament that we just finished casting as of last week, and six to 7. Here is QB5 going for a pretty minimalistic investment in this 14th round, the penultimate round of this first half, and a quick tag and tap. Repo dropped to 44. Nice smoke placed, but Quick's probably gonna just move his way through this when their attention's diverted. Got to keep a man watching this angle. Smokes are placed. There's a Molotov as well. Perfectly placed Molotov. You can see that that forces 2 men out of position. But the bomb back in T-spawn. And Repo finding shots. He's going in for the kill here. Shimka finds that headshot. Great opening there. Another frag for QB Fire. They're keeping this one in contention. As they draw down Banana, taking map control. And they know that Pompa's not swiveling towards this side of things. And Pompa just falling back for this one. Waterfalls. Oh, catches another man in the back. That's Neeks gone. Marcus is very low, and Hyper's the only player with full HP. So as they go back towards this B bomb site, there's only one man over here, but it's Quick with an AK-47. QB Fire might be about to put this one on the board. Marcus spots out that angle. It's Quick from up top. 8 seconds left. Just has to stop this bomb from going down, and does just that. Big double spray down. 7-7. Quick does it all. Trading out the AKs. Just great plays from QB Fire all through that round to level up the scoreline. In the last couple of seconds, Pompa waited just far too long. Ult from Pompa for the final round of this half. That's on Meeks. Waterfalls has an AWP of his own. Shunka watching towards the top of mid. In fact, top banana, sorry. It's Waterfalls for the top of mid, and he's going to be able to find Neeks right on the off. But close to this angle, there's another double spray down. Both headshots for him in this round. Oh, and he finishes up the half in style. 8-7, as close as we get. Second half of the second map, and QB Fire obviously with a pretty good half. And tags away for QB Fire right off the bat. We know that their T-side's good, and on Inferno there's a lot more openness. So these aggressive plays are often going to be found and countered. The Glocks close in, and Quick going to drop a second man. That's the A side completely under wraps. You've got Boomich there to try and lock down the defense and try and shut them down from mid. Deathstroke there, trying to go for the taps. Running out of ammo, needs to go for the reload. Instead, it's QB Fire from all angles to find these frags. Another one, and Quick finishing it off in style. 2 kills right at the end for him. 9-7. And Pompa, they need to put a CT side on the board as fast as possible. They've been struggling on these CT sides. You saw it on Cash. I don't know if they took a single round or maybe they took 2, but 2's really not enough. They need 9 rounds, sorry, for this to be 16. QB Fire are on 9 rounds. They've got the 9. Put them together at 16. Maybe means that we're about halfway through this game. If QB Fire can be effective on this T side, this could all be over before Pompa can even dig their feet in, dig their heels into the sand. Going for the arch wraparound. As all 5 players of Pompa are wrapping in on these Ts. Waterfalls finding a shot. And all of these angles watched. Pompa get fully flashed up and just tagged up by the rifles. The SMGs as well closed off the distance perfectly. QB Fire, the first squad to find double digits. And Pompa, they've got to start putting something on the board as of next round if they want to hand QB Fire their first map loss here at the Legend Series. I think they're like 6-0 in matches right now. That's 12-0 in maps. There's a stack on A, but QB Fire sniffing it out and go towards B. Nice symmetry there. I like it. See Boomich actually making his way in. He's not going to go towards Arch, though. He's going to go towards the secondary angle, and now the MP9. He's not in this world. I'm going to find it instead. It's going to be, oh, Baub to find all 4 frags. So lots of damage on the board. Boomich finishes it off. That's so much money in his pocket. He's up on almost $10,000. Look at how much damage he just did. All 4 kills. Final bullet on that Destro frag. It's an 11th. QB Fire, they want to challenge Marcus up close. Just Hyper here. Needs to hold strong on this B bomb site. QB Fire obviously playing with a disadvantage of having a bunch of SMGs in that situation. Is going to work out for them finding that first frag, picking up an M4 there. But they've got a lot more kills to find. And towards the bottom of mid, towards A they go. They've got Neeks to contend with. He is up close with his AWP. Nice fast shot. Bulb goes down. They can retrieve that M4 and play all 3 of these players on rifles. As Pompa just turtling back onto these bomb sites, wanting to play damage in numbers, safety in numbers, power in number. Just safety in numbers. Quick finding that initial shot. Neeks holding it down with the AWP, getting tagged up by Shimka though. Both players finding frags there, and now this 2 versus 2 for Pompa, and this is going to be a difficult one to breach this A bomb site. Inferno retakes are notoriously difficult, and if QB5 don't make a mistake in this one, this could all be said and done. It could be a 12-7 scoreline. The flash comes in, but Repo's able to find it, and this last man, he's stuck in pit. There's the Molotov as well. This is going to force Shimka out into try and take this engagement. Hyper finds the headshot. Final frag, and that's an 8th round for Pompa, playing that 2 versus 2 to perfection. Just a great 2 versus 2 there. QB Fire tried to go for that flashbang in, but didn't manage it. Now, Team Pompa. They're halfway to the 16, the magic 16. QB Fire just 5 away and want to put together a double AWP setup. I really don't like the double AWP setup on the T side of Inferno. I find that it doesn't always work as expected. On Dust 2, that's maybe the one half that you can have or the one map you can have a T-sided double AWP. Neeks holding with his AWP, and Quick's going to get shot in the hip. Quick play there. He drops, and it's Shimka and Waterfalls. 2 players towards the B bomb site, and the bomb rotating back that way. And through Mexico onto Banana. This might be just to retrieve the C4 and go elsewhere. They're pincered towards the bottom of mid, finally wrapping in towards B. They've got good nades to go for this execute. And here comes the push. The nades rain through. And I think that was just a return fire with that one. Repo's up top, and they're not checking for this. He finally falls down, and it's even more damage. This time onto Bulb. And Waterfalls is just too far away here. Nades come in. Hyper isn't even found, so he's still alive. Repo does get dropped. Now they have to deal with Hyper, but in the meantime, Neeks able to rain havoc. Just Bulb left. And Hyper staying alive for so long on this B site. Going to put a 9th on the board. 1 away from double digits here. This one going to be close. Eleven for QB Fire. This is where they're fairly close to the big W, the win. Shot coming through on mid. Nothing hits. Shimka on Banana. finds a straight entry frag there, right onto the head of Meeks. Let's go for the taps into Marcus as well. Got to be very careful against the AK-47. One bullet and you're done. Marcus just holding this angle. And he needs to be the double spray down. Boomic is able to finish him off. Retrieve another rifle as well. So QB Fire, who really didn't have the perfect buy just a few moments ago, now have retrieved everything that they need to make a successful round. Boomic still has the MAC-10, but all three of the other players with rifles, and one of them the sniper, Waterfalls finding that one. Just Repo and Destro left over towards the top of mid. Repo wrapping in, and Quick going to fall there. 3 versus 2. Destro towards the side. Going for the big spray down. QB Fire losing players in really none of these engagements. The bomb dropped. And Destro waiting. Boomic is so close with this MAC-10. The SMG can run havoc against a player at short range. But instead, Bulb is here with the AK-47 and about to just chase them away. Destro takes the firefight and wins it. So Pompa keep 2 rifles into this next round. Crucial rifles as well. Marcus and Destro both below 1,000. Repo's above 1,000, but only by very, very little. The only players who can really go for a buy is Hyper, who's now on 3,800, and Meeks on $5,100. So he could buy up a glass cannon if he wants. I think what's more likely is... Oh, no, he does go for the glass cannon. So wanting that AWP threat on the CT side, alongside these rifles for support being 2 FAMAS, 2 AKs. The AKs, of course, saved. And then you can have AKs on the CT side. Just by... staying alive, staying alive. I can't hit on the high notes. After casting, it's tough. It's tough to get up there. Staying alive, staying alive. That's as good as I can do. The echo as well really does the acoustics on that one quite well. Marcus on this B-bomb site. He's the last bastion of defense on this B-bomb site, waiting for him to wrap in. Nice headshot there. Boomic finding form in this second map. Finally going down, getting put down like a dog. And Destro last alive. Over on mid, not really any opportunity in this one, so going to try and fall back and save that AWP. 13-9 here for QB Fire as they are chasing him down right now. They know that he's not going for this one. Nobody even covering the B-bomb site. Swarming this. They've got 3 players all around him. He does take the first shot. There it is. Has a man in the back as well. Waterfall's about to... Oh, he does actually expose himself. So Destro is able to find him. And now locked into T-spawn. He's not got a long time left to try and save this. It's almost round said and done. But it should be an easy save here. Bulb not really going fast enough. They are making their way through finally, but another shot comes in, and he's not going to go for that final kill. I like that. It doesn't force the ace. You know that you're on 4 kills. You maybe want it, so you peek and lose an AWP, so you lose the game despite getting a quad kill. It's not what you want. You want to play the risk-reward factor, and despite finding 4 frags before, you don't even need that. You need the AWP in the next round. He can save this AWP again and at least have the AWP in these follow-up rounds. Now he plays towards mid and loses it right off the bat, so everything that I said goes right down the toilet. Look at Boomic. He has the MAC-10. We're just tossing away that AWP regardless. Doesn't need the double AWP setup. They don't want it. They just want to absolutely ensure that Pompa doesn't scavenge and find this AWP for themselves. 3 CTs. So we are waiting here. You can see just double peeking both these angles. all three of that QB Fire side doesn't want to let any pistols throw any spanner into the mix. Marcus last alive, has a USP, so no point in saving here. The only real use of not dying is to prevent QB Fire from getting the extra kill bonus, which isn't really going to matter anyway. It's an extra $300. It's a no-brainer. And there's going to be no impact there. And Pompa, 5 rounds down. Still no tactical pause, and in the last few rounds, seemingly, of today's Legend Series, you do ask, a Pompa good enough to make this comeback work, or a QB Fire going to keep their clean sheet, a completely flawless record? Boomich towards the top of Banana. Going to be found right off the bat. Shimka's Molotov actually stretched far enough to find Marcus there, so that's the trade, not in the way that they could have really expected. Nevertheless, it comes through. Now 4 versus 4, and it is going to be the A site to attack once more. Repo on this angle, finds the AWP there. Great onto Waterfalls, wanting even more peaks, but that's an overextension. And QB Fire take advantage. Bulb finds one, and now the defense all predicated on the shoulders of Destro. They're going very slow onto this, letting Neeks get in position and go for the rotate. But down in pit, Destro, the last line of defense, about to expose his head to Vic as well. He's watching it. But he hits the shot, leaves this A bomb site standing, and now QB Fire maybe even going to struggle to make this one work, trying to barrel their way over. But Neeks going in for the flank, and over in pit, this final man actually peeking through with that M4A1S through the wall, and Neeks, he did spot out Shimka's AWP, so he trades out to the AK-47. There is the shot. Destro says effing chicken, so I don't know, did he get stuck on a chicken? Maybe we can see what happened with the chicken. We had a funny angle there. I'd like to see what happened to Destro. He was the man in pit. Or maybe he wasn't. Was that Vopa? Rapper? I'm not sure. We'll find out at some point. I'll get word. Get word on that one. Hyper finding the first. That's Boomich gone again. Right off the bat. Destro hitting another entry, so Pompa finally putting up their first couple of rounds on the CT side. They had a chain of 2, the 4th and 5th round of this half, but after QB Fire were able to put a trio of rounds on the board, Pompa finally able to stop QB Fire from making this map and match point here on Inferno. Would be a couple of moments away from a 2-0. Hyper holding the angle down. It's Waterfalls is AWP to not hit any shots. Bulb finally manages to do the damage, but on Banana with 50 seconds left, trying to find another opening before this comes in. Lots of damage onto Marcus as they are wrapping in behind him. He could actually go through CT spawn towards the A bomb site, but Marcus has the side angle, has the 11th round. Great job by Pompa. Neeks missing that first shot. It's just pistols for QB. This is likely going to be a 12th round here for the Polish side, closing the gap up considerably. Straight through that Molotov. Neeks, oh, gets his face blown off there. Bulb is finding the shots here. That nade is perfectly placed as well, so he's down to just 2 points of health. Boomic finds another, and he's in pit. This is all falling apart. Pompa, how are you letting this happen? Hyper needs to find this shot right here, right now. He does it. Takes a lot of damage for that engagement. And with an AWP AK combo on the A bomb site, this is still going to be a difficult retake with a bomb planted for Pit. Hyper making his way in from behind. Quick here, gets spotted out from behind. Just Boomic left, 1 versus 2. Has the AK-47 and is stuck in this corner. Oh, missed it! Oh, there's a spray down. Boomic, what a quad kill. Putting them on match point. He had nothing but a pistol just a few moments ago. Salvages an AK-47 and wreaks havoc upon this CT side. Waterfalls now has the AWP. Pompa in absolute ruins. I called the 12th round a little too early, folks. This banana push and falls to pieces. Shimka again finds another, and that's an opening for Team QB Fire. Waterfalls here looking for the next frag in the flick. He's going to hit it. Just 3 players left to stand between the Russians. And 16 rounds, 2 maps, a flawless Legend Series so far. It's been a perfect run. And Bulb puts another one on the board. Smoke placed towards the top of Banana. That was very cinematic. But might be the end of a horror movie for the Poles. As Destro needs to make it work with the Deagle. Headshots aplenty. Puts 2 on the board as he's trying to tap away at third. Boomic eliminated. He could really do this right now. He could cause a real stir here. Draws in. Shimka actually does get tagged up there. And it's the UMP from behind. Jumping headshot. What the hell was that? Bulb gone. And just Shimka left. 1 versus 1 to stay in this series. A 12th round awaits. And it looks like Shimka is going to go towards Arch. Going to be looking to rapid towards the B bomb site, but Hyper knows it. Oh, it's a race, a sprint, the 200 meters towards the B bomb site. Both taking these corners at the same time, and Hyper's going to have this angle absolutely perfectly placed. Just a flawless rotate from him, and we stay alive for a couple more moments. This is that picture-perfect pinpoint deagling from Destro. Double deag there, and the third comes in. Tagging away at Boomic. 15-12. QB Fire is savage and lethal with these pistols, and now they've got another opportunity to make an eco round work. Turtling on both bomb sites, Team Pompa. You can see the CT side going very passive. Nobody really going for any real approach. Neeks here, and the 1D from Waterfalls. There's a first shot, and Neeks with a big triple spray down. USP can't be drawn in time. And now that bomb needs to be planted, but from behind, another man closes in, and it's only Shimka left. Deagle in hand, needs a triple kill. Probably not going to happen. He's got a pretty passive back angle. And actually might even know that Marcus is playing up here. So not going to get the tags in. It's Marcus to find it, but there's the 1 tap. And I think the FAMAS is what we're supposed to be watching. It's just Neeks. Great spray down. Pompa just 2 rounds away from an overtime here against QB Fireside. Otherwise, we'd be finishing this with 2-2-0s tonight here at Legend Series. Playing Ducks being on the receiving end of 1. Pompa being on the receiving end of the next. Molotov not stretching out towards Neeks. He's actually going to go for that peek. It's fully flashed on the approach. So QB Fire making their way in. Behind. Almost 2 frags on that spray down. Quick down to 34 HP, but that's a good, worthwhile opening for this Pompa side. The Poles favourable in this situation. Astro going to be able to put 2 on the board, coming slaloming in. Bulba and Waterfalls both finding picks there. Bulba's very low as this retake hasn't come through. Spray down from the site. This Hyper loses a bit of health there. The flash, and Molotov right over the top as they charge through this smoke. Normally not advantageous, but Pompa in a good position to be able to deal with this one. Hyper finds one, boosts it up. And, Bulb is so low, just 4 points of health between him and death. And that's exactly what's on the cards. QB Fire, just one more opportunity to close this one out in regulation. Otherwise, Pompa would have forced us to overtime on Inferno. I was actually saying to production today that you very often get just the closest games on Inferno. Overtimes, all the rounds, 30 and more. And we are seeing at least 30 here today. And it's very likely that Pompa would have forced us to extra rounds, extra time. Here on the final map of the day. Nobody goes home. As QB Fire about to make this rush inwards, needs to find these shots. Destro only on the first, putting all the kills on the board though. A triple spray down, the quad kill. Destro, he's barely even taking the damage and it's an ace to force the overtime. 15-15. He's in pit here. It's one of the harder angles to play, especially when that Molotov doesn't pop. But QB Fire getting ground to complete halt. I think that's our 4th ace today. It's more aces than I think I've ever seen on the Legend Series day. And they're good aces as well. QB Fire, obviously it's 16k MR3, so after 3 rounds we switch. $16,000 start money for each team. Marcus finding that shot. It is a CT spawn take. And Pompa know it. I'd like to see QB Fire go back towards the A site here. These 2 players getting aggro. But you've got Shimka over on B with the bomb. Makes it just a non-option. Hyper leveling it up. Marcus as well. QB Fire, it feels like they are on the receiving end of quite a beating in the last half. And now Shimka has to make a 1 versus 4 happen, and he gets just tagged up. Marcus finishes him off. So double AWPs for Pompa, no AWPs for the QB Fire side. Might be a telltale sign that they're going for something a little faster here, with 3 players on the A bomb site. QB5 just taking a fairly slow approach. Maybe they just don't feel confident about their faster style as of late. No kills coming through just yet. QB5 playing this one very slow. That was almost one. The AWPs both doing damage. One finding a frag, one finding a hell of a lot of HP off Balbun. And with 45 seconds left, it's QB5 about to make the way into this A-bomb site. They're a man down, and Neeks just holding this angle. No flash there either. What's QB5 doing on the entries? Nobody finding frags. And predicated off just no utility usage on the arch take. Means that Jimka's left alone. It was a 1 versus 4 last round. This one's even harder, even worse. And Hyper's actually just chasing him down. So a clean round here for Team Pompa. And they're just 2 away from the victory. This was quite a comeback as well. QB5 were like, what was it, 14-8, I think? 14-7, 14-8. I thought we were going home, going to bed, but apparently not. Apparently Pompa are not going to refuse to give in this one, making their mark, making their case to be Legend Series champions. This series between the number 1 and number 2 teams here at Legend Series. So far, certainly delivering up to expectations. CT's finding a couple of these kills, but QB5 coming on the receiving end of a bashing in the previous 2 rounds, finding these openings here. 2 versus 4 now, straight through the smokes. Waterfall's gonna probably finish off this half. It's QB5 with another round, this time a 16th, but not the 16th that they were hoping for in regulation. It's a 16 in overtime, which sadly don't get any prizes for. 2-1 here, often a sign that maybe more overtime's going to come. QB5 need 3 in a row. Pompa only 2 to make 19 rounds. A minute left and Pompa playing this one very slowly. It's going to be an A take, and QB5 have misread this situation. They've got 3 players over on B. Normally you'd be looking for the 4-1 stack to be able to contend with a setup like this, and QB5 just don't have the manpower, don't have the firepower on this A-bomb site. The smoke's down on B, but needless to say, the push is not coming in over here. Pompa, they should make the push as fast as possible because Quick is fast on the rotate, and now the Molotovs are starting to rain in. Waterfall's there on the opening. Sean, a second! He is holding things down here on Inferno. Now Hyper's going to be able to catch off the rotate. Just Waterfall's pinched on this A-bomb site, finished off from behind. Neeks assassinates him with a pistol. 3 versus 2 as QB5 might be facing match point. Boomich has to make the 1 versus 3 happen. Finally finding frags, but Marcus here, oh, he's burnt out. Just 10 health points left. And the flash to try and funnel Boomich backwards. Smokes on the bomb site, but Neeks has to hit this shot, and he does. 18, 16, with 19 being the magic number. Double ups for QB Fire. Even if they win this round, it has to be a convincing trouncing. Otherwise, they're not going to have a good buy into the final. They need to survive this with 4 players, or they need to survive it with 3 players alive. Otherwise, they're going to be low on money in the 6th round here in overtime. Pompa, the easiest way to close this map out would be doing it right here, right now. And there's the opening. Destro leaves Pompa just 4 frags away from the victory. I said this again, but earlier with QB Fire looking to take it, there's the return. The smokes are placed, and it's back to A for Shimka, wanting to play the AWP towards this side of the map. They know that Pompa have been pretty light on the B hits. This time they might get unlucky. Pompa kind of waiting for this. A site take. Once again, there are 2 players over here to try and hold it down. Waterfall's already eliminated. Means that, oh, Neeks, he's got the AWP and he's playing just the AWP towards B. Looking for this shot into Coffins, but misses that one. Quick's able to counter, Bob finding shots. And now a 2 versus 2, a retake to finish this one off. A bomb planted with less than 1 second left. Hyper has to finish off this match right here. Otherwise, QB Fire are really, well, they're not going to have a buy into the next one regardless, but let's see if they can make the retake happen. QB Fire now going for a man through apps. Shimka is here from behind and, oh, misses that shot. That might be crucial. Both players low here, and Hyper just being tagged away through that wall. Oh, Hyper misses it. Shimka missing as well. Both such a messy round. Hyper last alive. This bomb's ticking away and there's no time. QB Fire handed their first loss here at Legend Series. It shows everybody is beatable here. Well, 1-1, and what a fitting way to end this series with a huge comeback and a 4-1 in overtime here for Team Pompa. Just such a fantastic performance there, and just coming down to the messiest situations. Unbelievable stuff here today.